to Opally Hour. Today we are going to be continuing the Moomin house build, which is a part work, so I get it every month. There goes Puppy, and we're just waiting for the other dogs to actually go out for a walk. So what we need for this one, it comes with this floor, so it's going to need dyeing, so I'm going to get that dyed and then bring it back. You will also need the other piece that we dyed last time. Can't remember what issue number it is now, but I will look it up and be able to tell you. And we are going to be also putting some chair covers together for that chair we made, and also some additional pieces here. So the chair I have here, and I think, as you know, I'm actually quite happy really with how it appeared. It kind of got a little bit of a rustic type of feel to it, so I'm okay with it. So I'm going to also need this marker again in order to do the top here, and these ones you actually paint before you put on, but we will be attaching those as well in this issue. So let me get on with dyeing this piece. I will show you what I'm going to do in a few moments. Speak to you in a minute. Alright, so you only need a tiny piece of this dye, so I'll just put a little bit of a pot there. I use this one, got to shake it before use, as I remind myself every time. So all you do, make sure you go with the grain. It just needs to be dyed on one side, because the other dogs are about to go out for their walk. She's wanting a little bit of extra attention here, and that's okay. She probably thinks I've got her something to eat in reality, because that's normally how she runs. So I personally use rubber gloves. This stuff does come off quite well on your hands, but I don't want to risk it really. I'm going to assume that they would dye my hands something like this colour, and it would look pretty unsightly for me. Alrighty, so just protect all your surfaces because stuff can splash. And then we're going to put that to one side, and I will join that up towards the end of the video with the other piece, and then just let it dry. And then I don't think we do anything with it after that. So all you do, take your kitchen towel, Kleenex, not Kleenex, paper towels in America I think it is, kitchen towel in England, and dry it off. And it's nice that the grain for this does go exactly the same direction as the last one, unlike most of the other floors, but the other floors do have them separated, so once this dries it will come out to be about that colour. The other ones are separated by walls, so that's where I was going to go. Alrighty, let me go and sort the pups. Okay, I'll be back in a split second for you, a little bit longer for me. Well, I was so keen to get into it that I forgot to even show you the book. Well, what do you know? Alright, I have dyed that piece, so I'll show it to you in a moment. So, like I say, what we're doing today is doing the floor here, putting those together, and doing the chair, putting the cushions on, and also this top piece. And you can see here, talk about squirrel, and about what they get up to in the winter. Feels like winter today. It's actually quite cold, considering the sunshine that we've been having. Today is quite the opposite. And it tells you the colour scheme to use for the teal. Sorry, I've attached something that I was saving for in a little bit. You could hear it moving around. How to put these together, I'll show you what I do for the floors, and then this. And like I say, I'm going to do a separate video, I think, of what I've actually done so far on the Moomin House, because mine is actually attached, even though they don't say to do that yet. I didn't want to lose the parts, and also I was doing some wiring, and I wanted to provide lights in the house, and they don't come with lights. This particular one, unlike the Disney Dolls house when I did that, it had lights and things like that. This one doesn't. And then we finished this chair for this issue, so not too much to do, so it should be reasonably quick. So let me get organised. Let me show you actually this flooring that is done. Oops. But I'm going to let it dry for a little bit longer. I dropped my chair. Hold on a moment. So we know the puppy has the thing about this chair. Oh, there it is, all the way over there. Alright, we got her. And this is the other flooring here, and we're going to be putting those together. And again, because it's still a little wet, but there's a slight difference in colour at the moment, but eventually it'll blend. But this will be good enough to be able to do by the end of this video before we finish. Alright, so what I'm going to get ready to do next is the chair back in, because this takes a moment. So all I've done is put some double-sided tape on a piece of wood, and I'm going to get my tweezers here because they're little parts. I'm going to put the chair knob on one end upright if I can, and then the other end too. I do have something better than this. I don't know why I just didn't bring it out actually. Maybe I'll do that. And then this piece. Bear with me, let me go and get the other tool that I have, which is a lot better. It's purpose made for it. Well guys, I thought I was recording and I wasn't. So this is the tool that I use. It has just sticks basically with crocodile clips on the end. Just makes it a little bit easier. Fortunately this had pinged off before I got on here, and I hadn't got around to doing this one, unlike the other two pieces. There's our straight piece and there's this one. It will take a few coats for this to cover. Even with the paint and things like that, when I used to try and do the acrylic paints, it still took quite a few coats because this stuff is like a Formica, I guess. It's got kind of a shiny tint, and I know some people have been rubbing that down, but I have to be honest with you, I don't really have the tools for that, and I'm not sure that I have the patience for that. But so I'm going to leave this to dry and set this to one side while I get on with making the cushions and things. So let me make sure that I pause this and then unpause it before I start doing it. Alright, what they recommend is for doing the cushions, which is what I'm going to do next, because I'm waiting for that to dry, is you are given two plastic pieces, very hard to see there, and they want you to put double-sided tape all along here, so I will do that. And I'm not going to make you watch all of me doing all of it. Actually, it probably doesn't take a second to do really. I just tear this off. I don't think it really needs scissors or anything. And we got a little bit of DNA again. Oh my gosh, this one doesn't want to come off. So get that off there. It's windy out as well. Can you hear that? I don't know if the video recorder will pick it up or not, but it is windy out. So one next to the other, as flat as you can, and then we're basically going to stick the little plastic pieces on this, cut it in half I guess, and then fold it all in to make the cushion in the back for the chair. So in between that, which I'm not doing on camera, I'm giving extra coats to the, hold on one moment. Okay, so then what they want you to do, I'm sure, sorry about that, phone and all that, is put these, well I dropped it, that was a mistake. Oh. Put these on the sticky tape, cut it in half, cut out corners, and then stick them over, and this acts like some sort of padding, and of course of all the things I don't have to hand, it's scissors. So let me get that done and I will show you. Alright, so all you then do, plenty of DNA on these things. I think every single piece of dog hair that I possibly have it wants to pick up, but all you then do, let me zoom in for you, is you cut out the corners basically. It's as close as we're going to get. Cut out the corners and then fold it in, and it should hopefully give it like a little cushion effect. Just fold in each side like so, and that will be for the back, I think, and then the front will be like this, and just fold it in the best you can. Pup's playing with my feet. Hey, she's sweet. Alright, and that will be the cushion, and it's slightly rounded on this side, so you want that to be on the base of the chair. I'm actually going to put that on the chair now because I'm still working on the top here. So I'm just going to use some B7000 on these in order for hopefully them to stick. I'm sure it's going to look wonderful. Doesn't need a ton, just little. No point putting it in the middle. And just make sure you have it the right way around, which I believe is that way. It's actually so slight to know the difference on which side it's to go. And again, on the back end, really wants to stick to me, this double-sided tape. Not the easiest things to cut with scissors, by the way, when you've got the tape off. The scissors definitely want to, attach to it. And those go on there. And I think that looks okay. Doesn't look great, but it looks alright. That's quite cute, isn't it? And I will show you once I've got the tops on here, once it's finished drying. In the meantime, we can do our flooring. Let me get all that together. Alright, so let's try this again. So once you've got it clipped in, all I do is paper clip, basically, or bulldog clip rather, both sides, and I do it with a bit of paper. Reason for the paper is so I don't get the glue on the bulldog clips. More for other projects than this particular element, but. And then, because I don't want it to bow, I will even it out by just putting some 2 others on each side. So, and it's just so it stays away from the floor at the same height all the way round. And then we'll go back to the chair. The drying of it is fine. I'm okay with. And like I say, it just keeps it off all at one level, really. We had a dog trainer come today, or was coming, but unfortunately I've had to cancel, which is a shame. That gives me a little bit more time, I guess. Okay, alright, bear with me, and I will put this, I was going to put it on the table actually to dry. Alright, and to bring back the acrylic markings, I'm okay with that. I mean, the top's not great, but the little knob things will come out really cute. Come out very metallic-y. So let's get the one which isn't dry as much. Oh, it's not terrible. And this is going to be also held in with wood glue. So let me get these parts off, get this out the way so the camera doesn't just focus on that. And you can see in here there are, let me hold this right up for you, slightly different shapes. So there's a bigger slot at the back on both of these, and also on the chair you can see the ends are like this. I had a bit of trouble because this one was broken with the dog, so we will see. I am going to put it metallic side up, and probably once it's all together I'm going to give it another coat of paint in a day or so, but for the moment it will go like that, and then the knobs will go in the ends, that little hole piece, the knobs will go in here. So just make sure you have it the right way round, so with the larger slots at the back. And I'm going to put it on the damaged one first. Famous last words, look at that. Wow. It's like a really busy day today. I thought it'd be nice and quiet, get this video done and it would all be quiet and not so bad. So just push it on there. So it's on actually the good side, not the bad side. I don't want to get the cushion dirty, so I'm just going to cover it for a second, just in case I've got anything on my hand. And the side the dog ate is finally on. And then we're going to put in these tiny little knobs up here into those little holes here. So I'm just putting glue inside. These are a little tacky, but I'm actually quite happy with them. Probably, oh no, they went straight in. I was going to say I should probably get my tweezers, but I don't have really a problem. And the problem you have with the tweezers is that they can ping all over the show, as you've seen. This one doesn't want to go in. And that's the idea of not putting the paint all the way down as well, is that hopefully it should go in a bit better. Hey, let go of me. So I will definitely be giving this another coat once it's all dry of the green just on the top here. I might even give the back another little coat. Just making sure. For some reason this one went in absolutely fine, but this one's a little bit more awkward. Alright, so that's done. So now all of those are done. Just going to put all of this out the way. Put these back where they came from, put my glue away, and let's have a look at what is going to be happening next week. Right, I'll show you that chair first. Okay, so that's what the chair looks like. It's quite okay. And also the other thing we did was that flooring, so let me grab that and I'll show you that, and I'll get the other book as well, what we're going to be doing. Alright, so for today we have finished the chair. Like I say, I am going to give it another coat of paint. We have also completed the attic flooring, got that drying so it's nice and flat. This is what we're going to be doing going forward. Just popping this to one side, but I'm actually going to go and put a weight on top of this as well, probably a candle. They normally weigh the most. So what we have coming up with this is number 72, and in 72 we will be having, let me see, right, we will be starting, I believe the walls. Yep, we're going to be just starting the walls. There are 4 of these to build, and they are quite large. So there's 4 altogether to build. So we'll be starting the very first one, which shouldn't take that long. Famous last words. We will need our bigger clips to put on here to hold everything together. We are also going to be starting to make a dressing table, which again is going to want painting. This for the guest room, so it's going to match the bed we did in issue 70, I think. So it's going to be a plum colour. I've kind of looked at the colours and I'm looking to use probably this one. I think it's the closest I can get, because I will use my acrylic pens and just go with the fact that it might have a slightly metallic shiny look to it, and I'm okay for that. Okay, please do remember to like and subscribe, so that you can get notified of the next issues that are coming up, and see the recordings for it. Hopefully it's helping you with the Moomin House build, and I do look forward to seeing you again. Please, if you've got any questions or comments are more than welcome to leave on the channel. If you are a little shy, then just send me an email at opallyhour@outlook.com, and I look forward to seeing you again for issue 72 of the Moomin House build. Please take care of yourself.